Hi, this is Amy Williams,
Zach Smith here.
and we are here answering our next question on what structures were already in our organization and what structures did we add to our organization to implement and roll out universal design for learning. So, first and foremost, again, our professional learning communities. We can't emphasize enough the power of teachers coming together, owning all the students at their grade level, and having an interdependent relationship to push each other, to challenge each other for the best outcomes from students. So again, that professional learning community as a wheelhouse for just about anything.
Totally agree, Amy. It can't be stated enough. We couldn't do what we're doing now if we didn't have teachers working together in these PLCs. The other part to what's made this successful or structures that in place is, UDL was administrated a bit top down, right? Because Matt Navo, our superintendent, had this vision, but he was really, really smart in that he just made sure that it aligned with our values and vision statements, and he made sure that it was a safe culture where universal design for learning could happen at a teacher level. And so it's by saying we don't blame the kids, hope is not a strategy, it's all about the learning, talking about our values. He said, okay, these are the things we care about as a people. UDL best encaptures that and allows us to run with it. And then he said, by saying, okay, our vision is that all students will have the options to demonstrate what they learn. So options are embedded and opportunities to be successful and achieve their dreams. By saying that and saying, this is what we're running towards, it made UDL not the goal, but UDL the means to the goal. Right? We care about kids. We care about where kids go. We understand that kids need to know how to make choices and need to be presented with options. And so, what's the best system? What's the best initiative that allows for that? And we really believe that UDL does. And so, the teachers aren't being forced or pushed. It's saying, this is who we are. This is what we believe. And we'll get out of your way. To be honest, we'll get out of your way as long as you're running towards those things. And the teachers, I think, have really appreciated that and really kind of, and at least from the pilots, because that's where we're at, have really appreciated the autonomy that that's provided for them.
Yeah, and because Universal Design for Learning reflects our core values and belief as educators and as a district, it really flowed into our practices and was very accessible for our students to, our teachers to understand the why behind Universal Design for Learning.
Yeah, another thing that was helpful, it wasn't absolutely critical, but it just happened to align at the same time, is that our district rolled out one-to-one devices. And so we still have a bunch of teams, specifically in our pilot, that do not have a lot of tech at all. But the district putting all this tech in teachers' hands, UDL became a way for teachers to have some sort of structure to how to manage it all, right? So now it's not just give me all the apps I can, but give me the apps that'll help me with my representation, or give me the apps that'll help me give my kids options for expression. And it gave some structure so teachers just weren't floundering thinking about technology. It showed technology to be the tool that it is for education, and UDL is the design lens by which we use the tool. So it's been really helpful, and it's created a great problem, the Common Core as well, where the teachers just have to do some changes, right? Like you have to, when you have all this tech injected into your environments, or when you have your standards change, your instruction has to be changed as well. And so UDL just came in at the right time, like a Cape Crusader, and took care of that. So we're really excited for where it's taken us so far.
Well said. Another piece that was new to our organization is Matt's commitment to providing the support and resources from the district level for teachers to play with and start embedding universal design for learning. So over the past 2 years, he has increased the staffing that supports universal design for learning. First, starting with adding the position of a coordinator of inclusive practices, and then using a teacher an additional assignment of supporting in-classroom teachers with universal design specifically, and creating a universal design for learning lead teacher. As we have grown in teachers and PLCs wanting to pilot and our commitment to universal design for learning, he has since added a full-time program manager that is the lead support in universal design for learning, so that teachers, as they are playing and exploring and taking risks, have the support of the district office in their efforts, and to help them with resources, lesson design, and basically just being that other team that can help them talk about universal design. What are the barriers? What are they playing with? And really provide that sounding board for what they're doing in the classroom.
And it's been great because Amy and I are those people. So,
so that worked out well.
Yeah, that worked out well.
All right. So, talking about what structures or support that really were high leverage decisions about integrating universal design into our district, it really was the most powerful thing for us to present and begin the rollout of universal design through our curriculum and instruction department. So it was not through a special education lens, and we were intentional about that because we knew that this was good for all students, and that we wanted all teachers to be exposed and start embedding these practices as best practice into their lesson design and classroom organization. So I think that's probably has been, if we could offer one really good point of advice, that is to deliver it through your general education side of the house, because it's really designed for all students.
Yeah, having it be based on just great instructional tier 1 first layer instruction, like that's it. That's what we want it to be. And encompassed within that, I don't know if encompassed is a word.
And
encompassed within that is our special populations, is our kids that have language needs, is all of those things. But
is our high achieving students.
Why separate the kids? Why say that instruction for one kid is radically different than instruction for another? Sure, there's nuanced things here and there, but why not design one cultural system that is robust enough to say this is just what good instructional practice looks like for everyone? And so we felt like UDL does that, and why not roll it out through the curriculum and instruction department rather than anything else?
Right. And so one of the pieces is that to make the connection for teachers is that we connected it very intentionally to the best practices that they have now. So really lowering that affective filter and connecting them to the elements of universal design for learning that they currently are in their repertoire and use, and then expanding and building their capacity around universal design for learning from there. So it wasn't perceived as another, but more of a refinement of their instructional practices.
Awesome. All right. So that's our question to those structures that were in place or created in order to hold on or to build in universal design for learning. So thanks a lot, everyone, and we'll move on to our next question.